right. Moving on, because this is where, this is where we start to get a little adult.
Adult.
I call Harley a lot. And I don't really have her phone number, so it's always on
You do
Facebook
have my
Messenger.
phone number.
When I call it, it's some weird ass number that's not you.
I'm gonna need to fix your number, because, like, I have your number.
You never text me. It's always on Facebook Messenger. So I always Facebook Messenger, and we do video, and I always interrupt her when she's either on the toilet.
Lately, he calls me while I'm peeing.
Or some form of intimacy is either happened or about to happen. There's lots of cleavage.
I sleep naked. He calls me when I first get up in the morning, so I don't even have a shirt on.
He's called us once before during stuff. That was interesting.
You don't have to pick up. You don't have to pick up. You can say, hey, I'll call you back.
No, I have to pick up. Especially for you.
I just saw you pick up the phone. I was like, what are you doing? I'm
answering Gavin. I'm like sitting here right here like, yeah, Gavin?
What?
How can I help you?
Which then led to my thought, because we decided we want to talk about some more adult topics from time to time. We're going to talk about sex. How long is too long for sex? Because one time you were like, you were just like lounged up and she looked so fucking disappointed. I'm not shading your game, dude. But she looked so fucking disappointed. She's like, what's the deal with dudes? I said, dude, when we go, we're done. If you wanted to kill us, that's the time to fucking do it. When we go, like, our entire body is gone. We're literally limp fucking noodles. It's done. It's done.
Griffin's been a limp fucking noodle coming home from lunch every day.
So,
go to you if you're going to talk.
So, on that day, that was like the 7th time we fucked.
You can use
and
fuck.
She tried again, and I was like, no, I want to go to bed.
I think that's probably the day she gave me that disappointed look, because, y'all...
That was also the day we talked about you, like, squirting yourself in the face with jizz.
Which we're going to get there in a second. So, this is going to be TMI for a lot of people watching. How long is too long in the bed? Because for us, we do a lot of foreplay. I love foreplay.
Oh, yeah.
My
new favorite thing is sucking Griffin's dick until he taps out. That's my new favorite game.
Just taps out?
Yeah, he has to tap out, because I'll keep going.
Phil has a hard time with me because I had a fucked up circumcision, so my sensory things don't fucking work half the time down there. Yeah, so he has a really hard time with it. So we do a lot of foreplay to make things last as long as we can. But when it comes to the actual time, like, what is average time for most people? Like, they say it's about 5 minutes.
5 minutes. Average time is 5 minutes. I want it longer than 5 minutes.
But it's hard. Especially when you've had so much foreplay and there's so much going on. Griffin's like, yeah, bro. He understands. It's got to be so much different for women, though.
It is.
Because I don't know what it's like for you guys.
Men don't know what a clitoris is or where the clitoris is.
That is a lie.
I could draw.
I have proven to you. I
had to show you.
No, you didn't.
Okay. So, fun story.
But that wasn't me.
I went to see, when we saw the South Park movie, I was the only one laughing at the clitoris scene because no one else fucking knew what it was.
Oh my God.
I was like, y'all don't understand.
I feel like I need to pull up a diagram of the stairs, and so men would still not find the clitoris.
It's because there's so much involved in sex, period. And you've got to be able to have a good time with your partner.
That's like, so yeah, I understand. Most men are turned off by the fact that women have toys.
Dog's barking at somebody outside.
I've just started to include toys into the game so it doesn't take as long. Or I get more out of it.
I understand that because, funny story, when Giddings was here, he picked me up one day and was like, Phil said he's really stressed and anal beads relax people, so we should go buy him anal beads. So I went to the porn store with Giddings, not knowing what the hell was going on, because, like, we've never had this conversation. I was completely baffled. I thought, well, maybe it's something he needs right now. Made it seem like the porn store's full of all these, toys for chicks, but there's nothing for dudes, except, like, the silicone asses you fuck.
Yeah.
Like, there's really nothing for guys. And I was like, well, there's no real sex toys for gay guys here. So we ended up buying the anal beads. Brought him home. Turned out it was all a joke. He was just pulling Giddings' foot to see if Giddings would use anal beads, I guess. I don't really know, but it was a joke. So we went to the porn store to buy these things, right?
For nothing.
Well, we have them. We just haven't opened them. Feels like I'm not gonna turn down a free sex toy. But
I love sex toys.
it was so when you talk about the toys, because like I would be all about using toys, but there's not a lot of toys for like gay guys.
So, fun story. So, I have a bullet vibrator. They're like, it's like this fucking big, but I have a little silicone thing that goes over the top of it that makes it look like a bunny rabbit. And so, it moves the little silicone ears. But I use that on Griffin.
It looks like a crab claw.
Jill calls it the claw.
It
I
looks-
think they're supposed to be bunny ears.
It looks like a crab claw.
They're
Griffin
supposed
says it
to be
looks like a
bunny
crab claw.
ears.
Then one is
And
bigger
I
than
have-
the other.
I
It's a
have
crab
to
claw.
applaud you on being okay with that, because a lot of dudes are like, nah. But you don't know when that finger goes up in there and it hits that one spot, it's the world
he's
of a
into
difference.
it now.
Yes. I
Like-
was into it before.
I have
But you finally let me do it.
You never tried
I didn't. You're right.
until one day.
And then I was just like, fuck it, I'm doing this. And he was like,
well, the other thing I learned at this porn store is scented lubricants you can't eat. They make special ones just for that. I was like, well, why would you scent it if you can't eat it? So I bought some like edible lubricants that taste like things.
I'm going to try that. I haven't ever tried it.
Like it's like they specifically make them where they're edible. And the lady was telling me all about it. So I bought
We
like
should
vanilla
go get
and
a
pink lemonade.
strawberry one so I can see if it.
You don't like strawberry. You just told me, bitch.
No, I love strawberry. Who the fuck said I don't like strawberry?
We were talking about strawberry cream fucking Dr. Pepper.
I don't like
Baby, I don't like
strawberries
strawberries.
and cream
Bitch,
Dr.
you
Pepper.
said you don't like strawberries.
I love strawberry. I don't like strawberries and cream.
Anyways, how long is too long? Because you watch these porns.
An hour. An hour is too long.
An hour long.
Porn is the most unrealistic expectation set upon people.
Because it's also segmented. Anybody that films anything can tell you that is not one go. That is
Yeah.
multiple goes.
They
But-
got like breaks in the middle of that.
But
shit.
for a lot of kids who are growing up, that's what they think, and they think that they have to have the stamina to last forever. They forget about foreplay. They forget about the cuddling afterwards. They just think that that is what it is.
I love the cuddling afterwards.
I was right. That's exactly what I thought like 4 years ago.
See, it's unhealthy, the expectations upon people. So they come along with these things like, oh, you're just too fast, or you're just you are like Phil asked me one time, like, should we be going forever? I said, no. We have our time. We do what we do. When you're done, you're done. We don't need to last this off for like 20 minutes because I'm sorry.
It's like my goal is I get Griffin off first. I please Griffin. I let him do his thing, and then afterwards, if I'm still good, we play a little bit longer with more foreplay, and then I get off, and it's perfectly fine.
See, a good gust to win. I'm good to go. I could go any time of day. Like the other
I can
day,
go whenever I want.
I told Phil he was so lucky he wasn't here because I was in a mood. I fucking masturbated 3 times that day. Like I was just in a mood. Like this is when we're getting the TMI, y'all. Like for real. But I think people don't approach sex in a healthy way because they have those unrealistic expectations. That's why I was sitting there like, are you disappointed if it's been 7 goddamn times a day, you unholy whore? Like, what is going on?
You know, Griffin and I've had a really rough patch recently. So, I mean, he's having a hard time. I'm having a hard time. We just added a new partner into our relationship. Jill and I just broke up. And so, like, I need something that's going to keep my mind off of that. So,
The show
I-
could help do that. Ah.
hey, Griffin's dick game helps.
Oddly enough, we haven't had a lot of chats about this. I wonder if people are too busy laughing or like, what the fuck is
Or
going
they're
on?
like, ugh.
Is there anybody in there?
There's 3 people watching.
Oh, nice.
So, Phil, you, and...
No, he's not watching.
Okay, so Phil and 2 other random people.
I posted my
These aren't
chat.
actually right numbers. Well, I guess they are because they're actually in the Twitch. I don't know. I advertise the fuck out of this. As long as we have people watching, I don't give a fuck. But like Phil was like, should we be doing it longer? I was like, no, bitch, I don't care. Especially when it comes to 2 gay guys, because there's a point in time where like either I'm gonna shit on you or we're done.
I've just learned that. I finally learned that the other day.
Yeah, she was just like, this is a weird sensation. I think I'm done.
yeah, it's like
Okay,
we're done,
I
y'all.
was like, it's all the way in. All right, I'm tapping out. Thank you. I'm good.
It's done. And what I like, but it's fun. It's so much fun. And in our relationship, I just wait for Phil to be ready because he takes time to get ready.
It doesn't take me nothing.
And he's also a lot of pills, so sometimes his sex drive is just gone. And I'm like, I go 24/7. But it was really funny because he says, well, in our beginning relationship, it was opposite. was because in the beginning of the relationship, I wasn't comfortable talking about my body problems because I had like SIBO and all sorts of shit. And so when my body wasn't working, I would make up excuses. But then I learned it's okay to be emotional and tell someone that you love you're having these problems. Go see a doctor about it. So then once it got better, boop, and then he was on all these pills. It's like our roles have reversed. It's kind of weird, but
It's like for a while there, Griffin and I had problems because I wanted him to initiate it because I felt like if I'm only the one initiating it, then like he's just obviously not into me. It's not enjoyable for him. And like, it took a while to talk about it. And then it was like, oh, well, he's like, as a man, I know we're in a relationship, but I don't want to feel like I'm coming on to you to feel like I'm coming on to you or raping you or something. And I'm like, no, bro, I sleep naked next to you in bed. Reach over, grab me, touch me. I'll tell you no if I don't feel like it. But do some initiation, bro.
see, if I were to initiate, it'd be too many times a day, probably. So that's why I let Phil take the lead because I know when he's ready, he's ready. And we are older, and like God, when I think of just the shit in the past, yeah, no. Just no, I'm much happier now than I was in the past, but I don't miss vagina.
You don't have to miss vagina.
I don't miss it at all because dudes know how to do a dude. Let me just tell you right now, there's just that certain thing.
It's like women know how to like push all the buttons for a woman.
Yeah.
It's because they have the same body parts. We know all the ins and outs.
Yeah, dudes
It's
have...
like as a bisexual, like I can have the best of both worlds, but I take the sad, redneck emo boy that plays video games.
That's the other great thing about being in the gay relationship. We can play games. We trust each other. We don't have to look at each other's phones. He can go hang out with friends, and his family would get mad. They're like, no, you got to do home. You need to stay there. You shouldn't have friends. I said, no, you have a life. Go live your life as well. We're here at the same time. If you need to go hang out with friends, go hang out with friends. If I need to go hang out with friends, I'll go hang out with friends. We don't have to be together 24/7.
My one rule is we're in a polyamorous relationship. If you want to go do something, just let me know.
Which every time Harley would tell me, got a new boyfriend, I was like, God damn it, I just got used to the last one. She goes, I got a new boyfriend. It's like, God damn it, what happened to Griffin? Oh, he's
right
here.
There.
Okay.
I asked Griffin first.
She's like, I got a new boyfriend, it's Griffin. God damn it, what happened to Mike? I got Mike. God damn it, what happened to Ben? Like,
everything happened to Ben. What
just
didn't
as
happen with Ben?
Like, I liked Mike. He was awesome. And I think he still comes around from time to time. I love Griffin. He's awesome. Why are y'all doing it on your phone?
Jill just sent us a message.
Uh-oh. She's watching going, nah, y'all.
No, so we got a dog that we are now going to have to rehome. Like, we love Jackie. Jackie just didn't fit in great with the family, and she has a lot of bad habits and stuff. And,
well, so did Griffin, but you kept him.
Griffin doesn't sit up bark.
Like a 30-year-old, like a 50-year-old old dog that still acts like a puppy.
And she barks a lot, and the neighbors called the cops because the dog is barking.
That's some pissy ass.
And so the cops came out and told Jill it's a $2,000 fine if they come back out again.
Well, you'll find a home for the dog.
Yep. So if anybody's looking for a really old Airedale Terrier and just wants to love her forever.
All right. So when I was thinking about talking about this topic, something came across my Facebook feed. Go to clip C and then go to the third tab. They have, Harley, gamified the male masturbation experience to train you to last longer.
They have one of these for women, and it's like a butterfly game.
I don't know if this is genius or sad.
So you it's like a Kegel game to work on your pelvic floor, and so you squeeze it with your vagina, and then the butterfly moves. It's like Flappy Bird for your vagina.
Well, this is like an app and a game, and you do it over 8 weeks, and they gamify.
Face. He's just like, what the?
I don't know if I'm like marveled or what. Like, I kind of want to try it to see what it's like, but like, this is the second version of it. Griffin can scroll up and down to look at the page while we're talking because we're.
I mean, he's just kind of like.
But it's so weird because they had like the pictures. This is regular looking, like kind of hot guys practicing to make themselves not come fast. Like, this was a thing.
Premature ejaculation. It's called dick training.
That's what it is, but they
Use your-
gamified it. And I
use
think
your-
that's the genius part.
If you use your dick more, you
I
won't
don't
have
know
that
if I should
problem.
play that video.
Don't play the videos.
Yeah.
But basically, you use it for 8 weeks, and it's like a game, and you follow the rules of the game, and you eat some certain foods. And it's when you think about it, gamifying anything makes people want to do it. That's why I want to do it. It's a game.
Mike said, "Oh dear," on the Pepsi.
The whole thought that this was developed. This is the second version of this thing. Just it's amazing. And you say there's one for women too, but what do women need it for?
Pelvic floor.
What?
So, okay, so let me explain a vagina, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, I've already been down this
So-
road to explain vaginas to people before.
Okay, so you've got your pelvic floor, right? And you have to use it for things like holding your holding your bladder.
It's bizarre, isn't it?
So you use it for holding your bladder, when you have babies. But you can also like tighten your pelvic floor, and it's like squeezing a dick like this. Gavin's about to throw up.
No, Phil's ass does that. So
It's like this.
I'm ready for him to come storming here going, "You stupid ass, shut up."
Phil's gonna be like, "See, I told you a fucking
Okay,
week."
so Griffin's expression to this is just marveling.
I love Griffin's expression because he's just like,
It's
he's like over there now ordering it, going, "I
It's
wanna
something
get
that like I couldn't figure out, but I kind of want to try just to see what it is.
97% of users improving their ejaculation time.
Basically, you're what is it? Edging yourself constantly.
one." Yes.
I did that in high school just because it felt good.
So yeah, so that's a thing, and so maybe that's gonna help people.
I have to read one of the comment about the peeps, and it says, "Oh yeah, I'd love some double diabetes flavored chemicals."
Well, I got some more that they can take home with them, because I certainly can't drink all these myself. But dude, yeah, it's called the Myhixel, and
Real-time tracking.
yeah, like this is their basic notes of it. Our basic read it in your dramatic voice.
Our best-selling product is a unique therapeutic method which addresses premature ejaculation and climax control and allows men to control ejaculation without pills or numbing creams which could have side effects. Thanks to this method, men can see they can control when they ejaculate. It combines a unique masturbation aid device with a specific 8-week exercise program to control ejaculation, all contained within a single app.
Like, so they turn masturbating into a game, and I love it.
It's an
Bravo
8-week training
to them.
exercise.
Bravo.
I want to see a man do this and couch to 5K because they're both 8-week programs. I want to see what happens. I bet a dude could lose a lot of weight like that.
That's crazy.
I need some. Griffin. I need this for science.
God damn it.
I want to see you do couch to 5K.
Why was he in an astronaut suit?
Yeah, it's the app is space theme, by the
Why
way.
aren't you in
I
an
don't know if you're
astronaut
watching
suit?
him scroll through or if he's already switched back to the main shot. But yeah, it's on Kickstarter. You can go find it.
Kickstarted.
Salad.
Just like our piece of shit 3D printer.
Hey now, you will break that thing.
I'm gonna break that. It's gonna be my bitch. I swear to fucking God.
I ordered an Oligo Jupiter, and we had to fix it, and now it's at Harley's house. And
I've taken that thing apart more times than I care to admit.
Learning systems and
I'm gonna fix it.
mode.
he is
It's gonna be
still
my-
researching this thing over there.
He wants it.
I kind of want it. Like, I ain't
Okay,
even gonna lie.
I need you both
Well, I
to
hope
buy
it would
one.
be waterproof.
Yeah, like
I need both of you to buy one, and then we're gonna add couch to 5K to Griffin, and then for science, we're gonna see who loses the most weight over 8 weeks.
I would be game. I'd see how much they are.
It was like something thousand in some weird euro.
€1,000?
Price? It was like a C.
Yeah, that's a C. It's a euro.
We have to look at the exchange rate
There's
I'm looking at it. Oh wait, my phone's dead, so
Why
I
is
can't.
there a pledge?
because it's Kickstarter.
It's Kickstarter.
Oh, okay.
Which we're gonna talk about Kickstarter in a future episode because I have a problem.
You have an addiction, sir.
I think your Nerdy Notions guys watching.
No, Subsy.
Yeah,
That's my boyfriend.
I know I can never keep track.
This is the one that's coming into town
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Alexander, we're in a world of hurt right now.
Yeah, because you both are gonna have to try this Myhixel device.
There's a cream.
Okay.
Cream with
Are you back on the group shot? You can look that up all you want later.
Griffin,
I am now.
Woo! Producer was all like, "Hey."
our producer wants to buy a weird, man sex toy that's a training exercise for 8 weeks. Also, Z. Okay, these aren't bad. They taste
You'll
like
have one
Pepsi.
tomorrow. I'm sending some home.
It tastes like Pepsi with like a Lucky Charms marshmallow aftertaste. Like, it's actually pretty pleasant. And they only have 26 grams of sugar.
All right.